Hi, I'm Matthew Wood. I'm running for Senate in Colorado, and I just want to take a moment to talk about healthcare. Healthcare is an issue that we've been dealing with in this country for decades, it seems, and it seems like every administration talks about how they're going to fix it, and it's still an issue. I mean, just as an example, here recently we had the tragic passing of James Van Der Beek, and while going through the cancer treatment, reportedly he had to rely on GoFundMe in order to help pay for those, and that's just not okay. Now, from what I've seen so far, we have, there are individuals where if they make below this amount, they can qualify for governmental assistance, and that can be very helpful for those in low income when dealing with health problems to have, the government having their back with that. We also have a lot of private insurance where if you make over this amount, you can afford to live comfortably and have your choice of whatever insurance you would like to get. There's still a lot of problems though, especially if you fall in between these two lines, because oftentimes people have to make a choice on if they want to work on improving their quality of life and just hope that nothing bad happens, or lower where they're actually at for quality of life they can afford in order to pay for that insurance that they have to have. Now, I've heard a lot from the Colorado Foundation for Universal Healthcare, I believe is their name. They're working on trying to get universal healthcare, at least within Colorado. And I got to visit with them a year or two ago. They were showing a video. It's called Healing Us. And it's just talking about the issues that people face when trying to navigate through our current healthcare system, many times unsuccessfully, which tragically ends in death oftentimes. I would like to work towards pushing towards some sort of a universal healthcare. And I'm up for compromise. There could be, I want to say, when I was doing some research on it in Australia, they have like a system to where everybody has universal health care, but you have the option to get your own insurance as well. I think that could be great because obviously people look at government run healthcare and they go, well, that's not going to be any good. And it may not be the best, but it's still going to be better than nothing. And if you have a government run insurance that is providing free healthcare to individuals, I think it would help these other companies to step up, because oftentimes, even those that are paying for their insurance, I don't often hear people talking about how great their insurance company is. It's oftentimes talking about how frustrating even paying for insurance is. So I would like to see something moved more towards a universal healthcare with options to still have the private insurance if you'd like. And then, we need to do something different. I know in the current administration there's been the government shutdown, and the current senators were fighting over premium increases going up, which I get. Like, we don't want to make things even worse for people, but I think the current senators fighting to keep insurance costing slightly less than, like, making it slightly less unaffordable than it currently is, that's not going far enough. I think we need to push to have more things done, because if we have people healthy, they're going to be more productive, and it's going to help things in the world a lot more than this profit-driven system. So anyways, that's my ramblings on healthcare for the moment. If you happen to agree with what I say, I think that's great. If you happen to disagree with what I say, I think that's even better. I'd like to hear from you, because there's a good chance I may have missed something. And if I've missed something, I want to hear how things could be improved, so that way, we can all work towards the best solution for everybody. Thank you.